So just like the other video that we had uploaded today on the channel, we are diving into yesterday's NHL prosperities. Yesterday, the Habs beat the Dallas Stars, and we made a video about that. It was great. And this morning, we had spoken as well about how the Canadiens have been good. Yesterday, too, the Detroit Red Wings, my third favorite team, went out there with a pretty controlling victory against the Florida Panthers, and what we're diving into in this video is some of the aftermath. Let's go over Todd McLellan, let's talk about Dylan Larkin, let's talk about their response to the game and what they're seeing out of this Detroit Red Wings team. Because, of course, the game before this Florida Panthers victory was a pretty not good effort against the San Jose Sharks. Things were not really looking all too cohesive. A lot of the plays that the Wings were trying to run just were not going well. The execution was not there. Also, add on a few pretty bad turnovers. But ultimately, the Wings went back up to form in this game against the Cats, had themselves a 5-2 victory, and everything was looking pretty good, especially when you talk about some of the guys that were getting up on the board. Multiple points out of Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, Patty Kane, and Marco Kasper, not to mention the defenseman getting involved in the scoring as well, and Cam Talbot with his 40-plus save performance on the night. It was good all around. And so we're going over onto a few articles on RedWingsInsider.com that talk about some of these post-game comments, and the links are all going to be in the description below. Also linked is our ExpressVPN affiliate link. The show is brought to you by Express. You can go out there and get some free months on your VPN if you use our link, and the channel, you can support the channel too with that content. So, without further ado, let's dive into this article. It's the first of two that we'll be looking at today. Todd McLellan appreciates a terrific win by the Detroit Red Wings over Cup champion Florida Panthers. The article talks about the game itself. Patrick Kane went up top and everything else. The Red Wings were really good on the power play. They went 3 for 4 in the night. The article, though, then dives into Todd McLellan's comments in the post-game press conference. Here's what he had to say. It's very well connected. We use that word in the coaching world. It's confident, has a real sense of attack points, and when it's not going good, one of the most impressive things is how they go get pucks back. They don't get lazy and drop their heads and give up. They keep hunting. The win was terrific for our group after what we had against San Jose. The task was very difficult. That was evident that they are champs for a reason. We needed outstanding goaltending and a special team to get hot, and we found a way to scrap our way to a win. It wasn't pretty, but it's a good learning experience for our group, and sometimes it's easier to learn when you win rather than when you lose. And I like that. You know, the attitude from Todd McLellan is a lot more forward-thinking, and it's very step-based. Like, okay, we need to take steps to becoming a better team. We need to learn, and we need to experience things, and we need to win games, and we need to acknowledge when we do good work. But of course, that is just a stepping stone. That is not the entire task here. Our task is to get better and become the best team we can be, potentially win a Stanley Cup and everything else. So the Wings being in this spot, being able to connect well and learn from their mistakes in the last game. Obviously, we acknowledge that in sports, it's never an up and up and up and up and up staircase linear progression. You're always going to go up and you're always going to go down inevitably. It happens, right? It's all the time. But bouncing back from that San Jose game, yeah, no, Todd McLellan has given his group some props here, pretty much highlighting everything. It's the connection between the defense and the offense. It's how the team is able to transition. It's how the team is able to compound these good decisions on the ice. And not to mention the goaltending, being able to get up there and match the task at hand too. The article says here at the bottom that McLellan has brought new accountability and responsibility to the Red Wings that was lacking under former head coach Derek Lalonde, and it's shown by the team winning 8 of 10 games since he had taken over. Finally, let's go out there and read another article, also going to be linked in the description here. It's from Red Wings Insider as well. It goes over Dylan Larkin's comments, explaining how Todd McLellan's leadership helped this team bounce back. The article goes over the Dylan Larkin comments also in the postgame. Take a look at this. Larkin explained how Todd McLellan's challenge from the San Jose game prepared this team for a critical game, ultimately prevailing. We talked about it for sure, but I don't think we dwelled on it. I think aside from the Toronto game, it was the first time for Todd when things didn't go well. We didn't win and we didn't play to our standard. He let us know that, and that was really important, and I thought it was very productive. We didn't dwell on it. Today was business as usual, and we moved our focus to Florida and this trip, and we had a great start to this trip. And yeah, a great start indeed. How much better can you get than beating the reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champions of the world? The Red Wings just did that. The team then scored 3 power play goals, and Dylan Larkin said this on the matter. Ever since the Christmas break, we've been practicing our special teams. I give credit to the penalty killers giving us game reps in practice, and it's just been good. Everyone's been clicking, and I thought tonight we just outworked their penalty killers and attacked on their turnovers. It's almost like being told play freaking hockey actually works. Who would have known? Now, I don't think the Red Wings power play is going to click at a 75% rate for the rest of the season, but it has been oddly high ever since Todd McLellan took over. I mean, 50%? One of those things? It's been ridiculous just how successful the Wings have been on the man advantage. Obviously, that's not going to last forever, but still, what a run this team is on. For this team, it's like we're seeing the best out of everybody that is available on that unit, allowing all of these guys to produce at an incredibly high clip. Finally, let's go over to this comment made by Dylan Larkin. The Wings had to withstand a third period push from the Panthers, who would not go away quietly. Larkin said, "That's a heck of a hockey team. They're the defending champions for a reason. The first 10 minutes we were hemmed in and it took us a little bit to get up to speed. We made some adjustments after the first period, and that helped our game. In the third, I liked the way we played. We still got chances and put pressure on them, but they're a team that forechecks. We had a really good third period." Even though the Cats did have a pretty significant pushback in the third, they still were not able to overcome the Detroit Red Wings, and ultimately Motown takes the dub. Yeah, who knew, man? All it took was a coaching change. All it took was one guy to get replaced at the head of the locker room, and all of a sudden the team is exhibiting so much success and things are clicking. For me personally, I've been cheering on for Cayden and Kasper because I have both of these guys on various fantasy teams of mine, and they did not disappoint yesterday against the Panthers, each getting 2 points on the night. So thank you, Patty Kane. Thank you, Marco Kasper. I'm going to leave links in the description of both of the articles that we had looked at. The video interviews for both of these guys are also in those articles as well, so it's all going to be there in the description. Check out ExpressVPN as well in order to get your VPN needs fulfilled. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Todd McLellan and Dylan Larkin's commentary on the Wings beating the Panthers. What are your opinions on what you've learned, as well as how the team has played? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.